Is a theory a fact? You'll hear people say theories are facts. Well, then why didn't you just call it a fact? If it's a fact, just call it a fact. If it's a theory, call it a theory. If you're saying that scientific theory is fact, you're doing religion. That's what religious dogma does.
You have to understand what it means for something to be a theory. There's a lot of misunderstanding about that. If you have a new idea and you want to test it, that's a hypothesis. If there's countless objects and phenomena out there that have conduct or behavior that can be brought under one umbrella of understanding, and that umbrella of understanding allows you to make predictions that are then shown to be true, then you have a theory. This is what gives you quantum theory and relativity theory and the theory of evolution, and you get all of this. In an earlier day, we didn't call them theories, we called them laws. But it's the same thing.
You say it has to be true because it has to fit the worldview. And it is true. It does have to fit your worldview. And if it's not true, it destroys your worldview. So you don't have a fish to mammal. You don't have a mammal to higher primate. You don't have a higher primate to human. You just don't have examples of that in your evolutionary cycle. So we call it a theory.
And then I'll say it's just a theory. It's just a theory. All right, you're disqualified from adult conversation regarding science. You don't know what science is or how it works. You don't know what a theory is. You don't understand that a theory is the highest possible construct in science. It's the most powerful construct. It explains laws. It's not subordinate to laws.
And they go, yeah, but we need it to be true for our worldview to be true because our worldview is something from nothing, and then that nothingness is us, but then that nothingness is the survival of the fittest, and then the fittest lives in a system, and that system gives you its value. And that's the game that's going on. That value is a dogmatic system, and we have to play by the rules of that dogmatic system. Otherwise, I'm not more valuable than you. Otherwise, my science doesn't get to win because your science isn't in the natural observation of what we experience. In a third-dimensional realm, you can't see all three dimensions at the same time. You just can't. You can't see your backside. You can't see the bottom of your feet and your elbow at the same time. You just can't see all dimensions at the same time. So how do you see all dimensions at the same time? Oh, use science. How do you see every side of a ball? You use science. Use rocket ships. Use NASA. And that's how you would know that you lived on a ball. You do live on a flat, fixed, stationary plane, even if you live on a spinning ball. You know why? You don't feel the ball spin. And you're a crazy person if you think you feel the ball spin. There's no good explanation of why we don't feel this imaginary ball spin outside the fact that it's not a spinning ball. You just don't feel it. That is what we observe. Now you want to say, oh no, we do. Okay, tell me your theory. Tell me your theory. And then that theory has to be tested and tested and tested. Now we are brainwashed this when we are kids and we do see those balls. But I'm not talking about the people who have never looked into this before. I'm talking about the people that are worshiping this system, these debunkers that want to worship NASA. They're like looking at these rocket ships and like, oh, it's so great. They see the pictures from NASA and they go, that's my home. No, I see the sunsets over the lakes and I see the mountains and the trees. I go, that's my home. And I go outside and experience it. They go and play on the video games and go, that's my home. Oh, my fake world. That's where they really want to live. And they're mad that someone's challenging their religion. Their religion is scientism. It's really just Scientology too, where they all believe in aliens and they think that aliens are going to come and save the day and give us new technology and then have a one world order with their alien invasion. I mean, they all do believe in aliens. They believe in outer space. They go, well, I don't know about the alien stories they give us, but yeah, it's possible. It is? Those flickering lights is possible? I don't think it's possible. There's no proof that there's possibility of anything outside of our life. There might be this interdimensional shadowland. There might be some demonic worlds. That's possible. I mean, people have talked about that. People talk about taking DMT and seeing dragons and seeing other kind of beings. But it seems to come from our emotions and our desires. There is an emotional realm that dominates our physical realm. That's taken over our physical realm. We don't understand that. And when you understand that the earth is flat, you go, oh, they're living in the emotional realm. They think the earth is a spinning ball when it's not. The physical realm says it's not a spinning ball. And then you go, hey, it's not a spinning ball. And they go, okay, well, let me give you the science. And I go, okay, but it's not science, it's a theory. And they go, no, it's not theory, it's proven. I go, really? That's proof? And they go, well, okay, hold on a second, let me explain something to you. In science, theories are proofs. And I go, oh, really? Okay. That's like religion. That's like saying by faith, we accept it to be true. Now, if you do that and you say that's what you're doing, I'll have a conversation with you. I mean, that's we can have a nice conversation about that. Okay, that's a nice theory you got there. Okay, let me tell me about your godhood. Tell me about your religious dogma. Tell me about this Big Bang. That's your creator. Your creator is nothingness, and then boom. And then we have something. Okay, well, let's manage this something. Okay, well, we got to go to the people that tell us about the nothingness. We got to go to the stargazers. We got to go to the government. We got to go to the people that fund these theoretical physicists. What's physics? It's just the study of matter, the inner essence of things, looking through telescopes and stuff and looking into the different particular of the things that make up things. Okay, and we see round spinning balls, therefore we live on a round spinning ball. You seem like religious zealots to me. You guys seem like you're doing religion. You want us to pay taxes to it? You want us to pay money for your space exploration? Why can't I not pay for NASA? I don't want to pay for NASA. I don't want my tax money going to NASA. I don't agree with it. I think it's silly. I think it's stupid. I think it's a waste of money, and I think it's fake. And I would so gladly not give money for that if I could. I don't want any of my energy connected to that. And you do. You want my energy to be connected to it because you want me to worship it. You want me to worship your God. I don't care if you don't worship my God. I worship Jesus Christ. I don't care if you don't worship it. You don't worship it, you don't have to worship it. You don't have to. You don't have to pay money to it. He pays a sacrifice too. You don't even have to in the first place, even if you were worshiping him. He pays the sacrifice for you. But I don't want to worship your God, and you want me to. You guys are doing religion, man, and you're calling it fact when it's a theory, and it's not proven. I don't have any other name for a name above us. I don't have any other name for a creator, so I call it God. And then that God pays a sacrifice for me? That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool system. And you want me to prove that to you? Well, A, it's the best system. It's the best system that works, and it's just objectively true. It's just objectively true. We come out of our kind, and then we are not our kind, and we are not our creator, but we're the recreators of our existence, and then we can see the existence. We're the top layer of the existence, and then we can manage it and be the stewards of it, but we're not the creator of it. We're the recreator of it, and there's probably a creator. Okay, who's that creator? Okay, it's not a man. Okay, it's not a government. Okay, I'm cool with that. Okay, it's something outside the creation. Okay, it's like a God, a creator. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Let's just manage it. Let's figure that out. Oh, but you want to replace it with science. You want to replace it with a government that then tells us about the creation. And what do they tell us? They say we're small and minuscule compared to the stars. They look at the stars and say we're small and minuscule. I look at the stars and go, wow, that's pretty. The night sky. Wow, someone gave me something nice to look at. I don't think of myself being small by looking at the stars. And I always get so annoyed when people say we're so small compared to the universe, as they're like a star and they have Hollywood stars and they're selling you their book and they're telling us we're small, as like they're famous. You can only remember so many people in your brain, and we know their names, and they know that, and they love that, and they think they're stars, and that's why they love telling us we're small, because they want to feel big. You're not small. You're not small. First of all, the stars just aren't that big. Why does everybody say they're so big? They don't look big, and they don't look that far away. Have you ever seen a shooting star or a meteor shower? I saw a meteor shower recently, and I saw flashes of light like in our atmosphere. I swear they were in our atmosphere. I swear they were no higher than 200 feet, 100 feet at some points. I've seen shooting stars really close, and they're just lights. They're just lights, and then they just burn out. And they're not that big. The stars just aren't that big, and they're not that far away. And people say, oh, when you look at the stars, you see the universe. No, they're not looking at the stars. They're not going outside and looking at the stars. They're going on their computer. They're going on TV. They're going to telescopes, which is hooked up to a computer, and they're looking at CGI images. That's what they're doing. They're looking at CGI images. They're looking at the engraved image, and they're getting mesmerized by pictures. They're getting mesmerized by a theory that there's different galaxies and there's different opportunities and there's different Earths and there's different realms and there's multiple universes and there's multiple galaxies and there's multiple existences called a universe, time and space, and then everything exists all at once because they have this emotional desire to change the created order. They're not happy with the created order, so they want to change the created order. They want to put the created order in a box. They want to put the created order in a system that they can manage that system so they can be right. They want you to play by their rules. Then they want you to go first so they can play checkers and do their little thing where they go, oh, no, you're wrong. See, I was ready for that move. That's all it is. And they look at the stars and they say, the universe is so vast. I look at the stars and go, it's not that far away, and they're not even that big. You're just like everybody else, but then you're not, and that's beautiful. We're all the same but a little different, and we're all special. And that's really cool. That's really cool. When you look at the stars, that's what I see. I see all these lights in the sky, and they're all the same, but a little different, and they're pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And they say we come from nothing. We were dumb, and now we're smart. And that just, I just can't believe that we've been procreating with the written language for over 4,000 years now. Over 4,000 years we've been procreating. And you're going to tell me that we're smarter than the people in the past? No. With people believing those pictures are real, there's no way we're smarter than them. We're dumb. You guys don't understand that. We're dumb. I got people calling me dumb who don't have college degrees. I got people calling me dumb because I don't worship their God. That doesn't make me dumb. Just because I don't worship your system doesn't make me dumb. No. It's quite the opposite. You guys are religious zealots and you're worshiping a pagan god. It's called government. We need to challenge theoretical science in court with the Supreme Court. We need to challenge the fact that they've been teaching us a religion in schools and saying it's science. Because if a theory is a fact, then that's a religion. And they're teaching religion in school. Now, there's supposed to be freedom of religion, and they're not supposed to teach religion in schools. That's what they said. They said, we're not allowed to teach religion in schools, but then we're going to only teach this thing called science. Well, that's a religion if theories are facts. There's just no proof of evolution. That's a theory. There's just no proof of the earth spinning. That's a theory. We're not allowed to go take field trips to the ice wall. We're not allowed to go circumnavigate this earth. They won't let us. They're hiding something. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it needs to be challenged. It needs to be challenged in the Supreme Court.